Hey there, it's Camille. This week's recommended business care task is to have a listen to your business phone's voicemail greeting. Now, the hardest part of this task is actually fiddling around in the settings of your phone or whatever service you use and figuring out where is it that you record the voicemail greeting. I've given you some instructions for the common carriers in this message. However, you might need to search a little bit further depending on whatever you use for your phone and your carrier. All right, so step number one is to just listen to the message. And you might listen to it and be like, amazing, it sounds great. You have the little black dress of voicemail greetings. It works for all circumstances. You feel good about it. You're good to go. You can move on with the rest of your life. However, you might listen to it and feel like, this is not quite what I would have hoped. Sometimes we recorded these messages 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even in some circumstances. Your voice may not even sound the same as it did then. You might be like, wow, that's a whole different person that left that message or that recorded that message. You might find that there's things in it that are factually incorrect. You might have said something about business hours that no longer applies. You may have updated the name of your business or the website or whatever it is. So you're going to listen for that. And then lastly, you're going to listen for the tone and the sound quality. Especially if you recorded yours a while back, it might sound fuzzy. You might notice that there's noise in the background. It's kind of ironic that I'm talking about this because my dog is wandering around clinkle, clinkle, clinkling. But anyway, but you might notice that there's some things in the background that you would rather not be there. Or you might notice that you sound a little bit like a robot. Like, this is interesting. So you might want to re record for any of those reasons. All right. So if you decide you want to re record, what are we going for? Okay. Here's some deals. Here's some guidelines for you. First of all, aim for no more than about 20, maybe 30 seconds long. People are not interested in listening to you drone on and on before they can leave a message. All right. So we want to be succinct. We want to have a casual but professional tone. So something that sounds like you actually care about people and you're glad that they called. It's probably reasonable, even if sometimes the people who are calling are telemarketers. It's fine. Just pretend that you're going to like everybody who calls. And then the things that you want to include are your name and your business name, how quickly they can expect a response, and any other information that might be helpful for somebody who's calling. So in my case, I prefer that people email me. So what I say in my voicemail message is, hey, thanks for calling. This is Camille, blah, blah, blah. The fastest way to reach me is via email. Here's my email address. If you would like to leave a message, please do so. I try to get back to all phone messages within 1 week. So I'm giving them an expectation of how long it's going to take. And then you can always end with something like, I hope you have a wonderful day, or, something along those lines, and then just wrap it up. All right. It helps to try to smile when you are recording the message because that does come through in the tone of your voice. So it helps it to sound a little bit more welcoming. You might have to record it 1 or 2 times. Remember, it's okay. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. You're human. You can have a few mistakes. It's not a big deal, but you do want it to sound professional and you do want it to contain the key information that people need in order to either leave a message or understand how to best contact you. Okay, so that is it for this week. Hopefully, this is only going to take you maybe 5 minutes, maybe less than that. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'd love to hear how it goes in the comments. And especially if you have any kind of fun or interesting voicemail greeting, would you share it with us so that people can get inspired in case they want to mix things up a little bit from more of a classic greeting? Okay, I hope you do have a wonderful week. I will be back next week. And until then, have a great day. All right. Bye.